here they found the username and the password to access data over data users. Which were stored in an admin server. The statement also said that the hackers stole personal information from 57 million Uber users around the world, including names, emails, address, and the driver's license numbers. The company paid the hackers $100,000 to delete the data, and in order to keep the breach quiet, they forced the hackers to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And now I will hand over to Christine to discuss the prevention action.
Actually, this part is the root cause analysis, but the person who's gonna present this part is missing. So we're gonna briefly talk about this part. So basically, the Uber was hacked is basically, and they asked for money for this activity, and it was happening in 2017, but actually the Uber just disclosed it like recently. So the consequences here is in yellow boxes. So a lot of users got affected, and also it damaged the reputation of the company for sure. And here's the deeper analysis about the root cause. So basically, it's saying Uber in the industry, technology industry is like industry very easier got become the target of the hackers. So Uber at the time should upgrading their security system, especially some protocol to the employees, not uploaded the coding to the GitHub, so to reduce the risk of the data breach. This is my part. My name is Christine, and I'm gonna briefly talk about how to prevent this data breach in the future. So the first thing is we should conduct a comprehensive vendor risk assessment, especially those code and data was in Amazon server. So if possible, the Uber should ask Amazon to upgrading their security system. And the second one we think is that the better plan is gonna be a service level agreement. So this is agreement could possibly transfer the risk of data breach to the to Amazon. To share the risk is the better choice for Uber. And also the most effective way and really root solution is gonna be encrypt the data. So they need to apply it to all core coding and the sensitive data, especially the user data. And third line of defense is also very important. So we highly suggest that Uber should apply regularly monitor and audit to the vendor activities, especially like cloud service and Amazon server, to ensure their data security. And the last one is the most basic one. Is also we can the security training is basically to prevent human errors. So in this case, there's a lot of, as my teammates mentioned, there's a lot of engineering. Engineers uploaded their core coding to the GitHub, which is not a safe way to secure the core data asset. So they should just follow the protocol. They should keep it inside of the network. And what kind of additional help could senior management offer? So first, we think they need to establish a response and a correction plan. And this plan is gonna be very quickly and effectively help protect the data privacy. And it could be established by the scenario analyze or press test. And the second one is gonna be ensure resources sufficiency. So the necessary resources should be allocated on time and and effective to when this kind of incident happen. And the third one is, I think is the most important one is the communication. So keep stakeholders informed about the risk and the steps being taken to protect the sensitive data can help build trust and ensure everyone is working together to prevent the data breaches and the further bad influence. Especially in this case, Uber didn't do it very correctly because there's a huge time lag between when it happened and when it's got disclosure. Pass by.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my portion of the slides, and we'll go over it briefly. So how to achieve a different and better outcome to this situation. So we know that the Uber incident occurred late 2016. I wanted to identify first what caused the incident. Even though we have root cause analysis, and get a little bit more in depth on my portion. This can be done with simple root cause analysis methodology. With the RCA method, we can identify the problem caused by the third-party vendor that had agreed to Uber. We know that personal data, 57 million Uber users were stolen through a third-party cloud-based service, which was identified to be Amazon server through GitHub. This was accomplished through hackers accessing the user's GitHub account, which is a site that many engineers and companies use to store code. So we identified that the hack was not really sophisticated at all. And due to Uber keeping credentials and source code uploaded to GitHub, that's how the hackers breached a third-party Amazon server. Next slide. How this situation could have been reverted. I'm gonna give you pretty much the expensive way, and then I'm gonna give you the final slide conclusion, which is gonna be very minimal. So with a stronger data classification policy, they had nothing. They had no 2FA. They pretty much were very relaxed in their security. Uber. A key component of IT security is protecting the information processed and stored on computer systems and networks. So what is that entitled? Not leaving important credentials in the source code of a third party, being vigilant and not complacent how your company's data is protected, not being overly trusting in a third party, pretty much don't keep all your eggs in one basket, spread out the risk. Encryption of source code and passwords. You go down to the next one, an organizational specific cipher. That means you might have to limit the amount of people you're gonna do that who has access to these systems, right? That might not be cost effective. And after this incident, I would have personally recreated specific guidance related to hackers and data breach procedures for the company, as well as revision of the change management policy. The new operating standards would be engraved in the mind of the CEO, CTO, CISO, CSO, Pro, and whoever would be your C-suite, pretty much. Final slide. Conclusions and takeaways. You guys can read this, but I'm not exactly gonna read off this slide. What happened? Phishing and spoofing is what happened. It was an Uber employee with this incident. And what happened was the hackers figured out his password, started sending him emails. He clicked the link. That link let him upload his password, some information. He tried to get more access. How he did that was pretty much how you log into your Columbia account, right? You get a push notification. He kept trying to do that. The guy didn't respond to regular text messages. He did it through WhatsApp. Got in through there. That led him to get into GitHub. Wow, look at all this source code information pretty much for Uber. And these were beginner hackers in the situation. What they did was they looked previously to other hackers how they did this on GitHub. They used the Amazon Web Services key. They opened up a folder. They got lucky. That had all the information they needed. Through there, they pretty much went after the CSO, saying, hey, we want this much money if you want your information. They solicited $100,000 each. What wound up happening in 2019, 3 years later after the incident, FTC investigators, along with the FBI, they grabbed these guys. They charged them. Nothing happened to them. One of them currently is working for the government in the United States. The CSO, I know this because I work for the government. The CSO, this company was fired along with the CEO, and he is currently awaiting trial as of October 22. So he's facing a maximum imprisonment of 5 years. So none of them went to jail. And that is the conclusion of our presentation.
Good.